Greetings, YouTube. Today's article is from earlier in August. U.S. Army fudged its accounts by trillions of dollars, auditors find. The Defense Department's Inspector General in July July report said that the Army made 2.8 trillion in wrongful adjustments to accounting entries in 1 quarter alone in 2015, and a 6.5 trillion for the year. Yet the Army lacked receipts and invoices to support these numbers or simply made them up. The report affirms a 2013 Reuters series revealing how the Defense Department falsified accounts on a large scale and scrambled to close the books. As a result, there has been no way to know where the Defense Department, far and away the biggest chunk of Congress's annual budget, spends the public money. Now, I picked this up on Metafilter on the Big Blue, and the first comment written by one T.D. Strange nailed it right out of the park. 4 lines. No, sorry, 3 lines. But free college is too expensive, and medical care is too expensive, and infrastructure is too expensive. Now, the fact that our defense budget is the largest chunk of our economy as far as our tax spending is concerned is monumentally depressing and just warped. That should not be the largest chunk of our tax dollars. Taking care of the American people and the infrastructure that we need to do that with, making sure that our people are safe, and that even as a byproduct, our infrastructure is solid for business practices, that's far more important. I think that our budget for defense should probably be running in like the 5% range, maybe, if that. That would be a healthy amount. Yes, that would mean closing a bunch of bases. Okay, we close a bunch of bases. We are not the Roman Empire, and we need to stop acting like the Roman Empire. We should be functioning within a rule of laws and within the structure of the United Nations. But then again, I'm wacky and crazy, and actually think America should be a neighbor and not a conqueror. Also, stop using our military for business practices. That might be good too. Now, one of the things that struck me from the early portion of our 21st century atrocities when it came to the military use was when we were just beginning to send funds and troops over to Iraq. We sent over $9 billion. Now, $9 billion is a large number. How much money could $9 billion change in America, say, for saving people's homes from bad mortgages, or sending kids to college, or adults to college, not just kids, making sure people have physical health care or mental health care, making sure the kids have access to dental and eye care. You get the point. That $9 billion could have changed innumerable lives and made our world so much better. But instead, we sent $9 billion over to the Iraq military zone, and that in of itself should probably not be a surprise to anybody. We sent over billions and billions of dollars. I think the total price tag for that was well over $2 trillion when they all said and done, just the initial stages. Not when we took big trips out, we put troops in, until we got onto that roller coaster. No, this particular $9 billion stands out for me because we took this $9 billion, billion with a B as in boy, and put it into crates and shipped over $9 billion in cash, which we lost. Poof! No one knows where it went. Now, I could understand, for example, if it were all on one flight, and the crew on the flight knew what that $9 billion was, and just decided that, I hear South Africa is really pleasant this time of year, and just disappeared. Wouldn't shock me in the least. Frankly, I'd think about it. But this is our money. And we should be spending our money on us. We should be making sure that our money is spending on diplomatic solutions improving our infrastructure, improving the infrastructure of other countries, of making sure we do everything in our power to not kill people unless it's absolutely necessary. And let's face it, we do not use the U.S. military in an absolutely necessary manner. We use them in a, hey, that guy over there ignores me, is annoying me, blow up that entire village. That's how we use the U.S. military. And yes, I realize that we've been using that for years, as one of my subscribers pointed out to me about the atrocities that Bill Clinton committed by using not drones, but just using artillery and missiles. Because you can fire artillery for many other, what's it, artillery at a 30-mile range nowadays. Or actually, some of the big guns can hit even further than that, like 100. So yeah, there's an incredibly unbelievable range that you can achieve with both artillery and missiles that you don't need drones for. So yeah, it's just blowing the crap out of an entire zone because there's one guy that we think maybe just possibly, there's a hint that he did a bad thing. Yeah, we do that. We've done that for a long time. So yeah, I'm appalled at this. We could have changed the world for a better place with that money, but instead, we just made the 1% richer, and we killed a lot of people. Which, I suppose, is a very precise, or concise, or precise description of capitalism itself.